It's going to be huge, Brough. Cannot wait. And that's it for sport. Thanks very much, mate.
Lovely, thank you, Nath. Have a look at the weather in a moment. My goodness, it just keeps raining, doesn't it? We'll check it with Liv right after the break.
This weather report brought to you by Seafood Market at Caloundra, Bulcock Street.
Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. Heavy rain bears down upon North Queensland as Cyclone Megan makes landfall on the Gulf Coast. The rest of the state's just getting showers and southeast winds for another whole week. 81 millimetres of rain at Twanton overnight. We had substantial rain in several other stations, 52 mils at Yamundi, 41 at Bly, 40 mils at Coolum. Temperatures are more comfortable now, though nights are still warmer than average. At the airport today, our bottom temp was 20 degrees again. To the satellite loop, first up, Tropical Cyclone Megan. You can see it's a fairly big system now, Category 3, making a severe tropical cyclone, currently making landfall. Its expected path as it cascades down through the categories is to the west through the Kimberley and eventually off towards the western part of Western Australia. Meanwhile, you can see monsoonal storm cloud covering all of North Queensland, some exceptionally heavy falls so far, less so along the east coast. Today's chart, you've got a high in the Tasman Sea, which supports this low along the monsoon trough. That's bringing the sustained southeast winds to the coast. This, of course, is the cyclone which is attached to the monsoon trough. Now, on tomorrow's chart, the cyclone's now over land, but the monsoon trough is still active. Another day of heavy rain in the north and more showers and southeast winds in the south. Now the latest from BOM, the boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters, easterly winds up to 20 knots tomorrow, and there's a 2-metre easterly swell. 15 to 20 knots on Wednesday, and looks like it could get stronger on Thursday. So decent swell today, around 1.5 metres on the open beaches and messy, though not as hectic as we saw last week. As always, please swim between the flags. We've currently got low tide happening around the middle of the day, with high tides around dawn and dusk. Half moon's only just gone, so not too big a swing. For the southeast coast, showers and possible thunderstorms in the south. Maroochydore 21 to 28 degrees, Nambour also 28, and for Gympie 29. Looking ahead, showers could potentially fall any day, but it's more likely to happen from Thursday into the weekend as tropical moisture from the ex-cyclone interacts with an inland trough. This week's question, at what altitude does the lower atmosphere become the upper atmosphere? There are 4 distinct atmospheric layers, but it's only the lowest of these, called the troposphere, that contains our everyday weather. The roof of the troposphere is around 15 kilometres high, just above jet plane cruising level, where those great big thunderheads spread out into anvils of ice and snow. Further down, we find our rain clouds, big grey blankets around 3 to 8 kilometres high. This is still middle to upper atmosphere. Once you get below 3 kilometres, you're talking lower atmosphere, the land of lumpy white Simpsons clouds and fast-moving showers. That's all I got, folks. Have a nice evening. Now it's back to the team.
Yeah, wonderful, Liv. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for your company, folks, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Our news hour continues now. We'll see you soon. Good night.